Hi, welcome to the Rittner Floral School in Boston, Mass. I'm Dr. Steve Rittner, and it's a pleasure to welcome you into one of our classrooms today. We've got a neat program planned for you. It's the fall season. You're entertaining people. They're coming into your home. You want your home to look nice. You want to add some flowers to it. You want to come up with something that has a prestige look. Yet at the same token, you don't want to spend an awful lot of time doing it. Well, we've got the solution for you, and I think you're going to find a really neat solution in today's demonstration. We start with a container. It's always nice to start with a nice container. We have some very nice glass here, and you should have some nice glass around your home. If you don't have a collection, start one, because when you need it, you'll find these things can be incredibly helpful. So we have a nice piece of glass, and we've got some foam in it, and we're ready to go. Now, my viewer, we believe very strongly here at Rittner's Floral School that learning floral designing and doing floral designing should be quick, easy, and fun. But there are tricks of the trade that we teach our students, and I'm going to share one of them with you today. One that will enable you to come up with a very fast design, something that'll be really prestigious and nice. And the trick on this one is this material. This is called seeded eucalyptus. Seeded eucalyptus. It's available pretty much through the year. You can get it. It's a lovely material. It's great when it's fresh. It also dries well too. People like it because it has kind of a wild look to it, and it's got all these little seeded pods to it too that make a really neat effect. This is going to make your life very easy to come up with a prestigious look on this design, and do it very fast, because all we have to do is take some of this seeded euc and use it essentially to create our overall shape or form to the design. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. I'm going to start by taking some and placing it around here, because this is meant to be viewed all the way around. And I'm going to take some more of my seeded euc. And the beauty of it is it drips and it droops. So you can let it drip and droop all over the place. And that's exactly what you want on this. It's going to give kind of a very natural effect. But notice that while it's dripping and drooping, it also is covering mechanics. So it's doing two things. It's first of all giving us kind of an atmosphere or feel to the design, and at the same time, while it's giving an atmosphere or a feel to the design, it also is covering our mechanics very quickly. So you can see that why I'm very bullish on this stuff, because I think it's not only beautiful, but it also is going to make your life so much easier in terms of doing your designing. And you'll notice I'm taking my time. I'm not really rushing. I'm just kind of taking a few things, putting it in here, and having a nice conversation with you. But you can see that in the process of doing this, it's not taking me much time at all, and yet I'm coming up with a very pretty look. And pardon me, my viewer, because I'm taking a few more pieces and cutting a couple more sections here, but we can take this stuff, place it in here, and it really works so well for us in terms of coming up with a drippy, droopy kind of neat effect. Fast, easy, very quickly. And now we've got kind of the shape or form of our design. Now let's fill it in. And once again, I want to show you a few tricks, my viewer, that can make your life very easy. It's the fall. And of course, around the fall, we have all kinds of little pumpkins and gourds and things like that. Well, let's make use of a couple of them, because we can take this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pick. I've got one of these garden type picks, and I'm going to just poke it in. Have to be careful, because it'll be solid for a minute and then it'll give. So you don't want to skewer yourself on it. But I can take this, add a pick to it, and then after I cut it, I can then take this, place it right here, and then I can take a second one of my pumpkins and place a second one in here, so that I'm using the pumpkins to fill space very quickly. And this is meant to be viewed all the way around, so I'm going to also work another one over onto the other side. So with just 3 pumpkins, notice how fast this has really filled in space. This comes again to what I was saying. You want to come up with something that's really cool looking. You don't want to work too hard. This will enable you to do it and fill space. The only thing you've got to be careful about is that you balance it. because if you have too much on one side as opposed to another, you obviously would have a balance problem. But by having one here, one facing the other direction, we're good. Now, so far we see some very, very pretty foliage, and we see some little pumpkins, which is nice, but we do need some flowers. And I'm going to go with some prestige materials. One of my favorite flowers, hydrangea. And they've got some very neat green hydrangea that's available at this time of the year. It's wonderful stuff to use. I would suggest that you make sure you cut it, you hydrate it well in water prior to doing your design. If it should go limp on you, just simply take it out, cut it again, put it in some warm water, and in an hour or two it'll come back. It is a lovely material, and this is the kind of thing that you can add very, very comfortably, practically at the last minute before you're going to display this. Now, of course, when we're coming up with interesting things for designing, you never can go wrong. You never can go wrong, my viewer, if you're using your roses. Roses are, of course, an all-time favorite. Everybody loves them. They're universally beloved. And so we're going to add some roses to this as well. And it's not going to take too many, because I can take a few roses and place one over here, place a second one over here, getting it into my foam, and then a third one facing over towards us right here. And we have something going on this side of the design. And then I can do a similar kind of process on the other side, taking one of my roses and placing it over here so that I have something that is kind of working across, placing another one here. Notice that my flowers are not only filling the space very, very nicely, not only are they giving us prestige, they're also covering our mechanics as well. And look what we have, my viewer. Think about it. 3 of our pumpkins, 2 of our hydrangeas, a half a dozen roses, and some amazing seeded eucalyptus. And we have a lovely arrangement to decorate the home around the fall holidays. This works very well. If you're a homemaker, this works well, and you're trying to find something pretty. If you're a pro and you're looking for a fast idea, this works very, very well too. What do you think, my viewer? Quick, easy, and fun. That's the Rittner Floral School way. On behalf of all of us here at Rittner's Floral School, I'm Dr. Steve Rittner. We thank you for coming in and visiting with us today, and we hope you enjoyed this video, and try it. I think you're going to find you'll get some really neat results from it. Thank you.